Hello scholars, welcome back to Mr. Friedline's website. Sorry it's been so long. I had to make sure we got another flip cam and get some other stuff put together. But here is our first homework help for our new website. Look at number 1. I'm not going to do number 1 for you because it's a nice word problem. That's what we're going to be doing in class tomorrow. So I want to make sure that you have some chance to try it out a little bit on your own. But number 2, it says I want you to complete the table. It's got a map distance, the scale on the map, and then the actual distance. And I've left one of these boxes blank for all of them. So I'm going to try one of these out for you. First one I'm going to do for you is the scale for this one right here. We know that the scale on the map is going to be 3 centimeters for 6 kilometers. So every time that I see 3 centimeters on the map, it's going to equal 6 kilometers in real life. I also know that it's actually 210 kilometers between whatever 2 points we're trying to or whatever 2 points we're trying to measure. And finally, we don't know what the distance on the map is going to be. So we need to do something so we can figure out all this stuff. Now, like we've talked about, the first thing you start with is the scale. It's almost always going to give you the scale. If it doesn't, then you know exactly what type of problem it is. It wants you to find the scale factor. But for these, it's just going to ask you to find the actual or the map distance. So the scale for this one is 3 centimeters for every 6 kilometers, and we set that up as a ratio. That's the first ratio we set up. We're going to use units too. We go 3 centimeters for every 6 kilometers. Set up as a ratio. We made sure that we used our units, and we're going to set that equal to another ratio. The other ratio is going to include this 210 kilometers and that blank. Well, we know that a blank would just be the same thing as a variable, so you can name it whatever you like. I'm going to use M for map distance today. But here's what we have to figure out. 210 kilometers, we have to figure out if that goes on the top or the bottom. Well, I circled my kilometers right here because I know that if I have 210 kilometers, that I have to put 210 kilometers on the bottom. The units have to match up on the bottom and the top. So on the bottom I have 6 kilometers, I have 210 kilometers. It matches up, so I'm good to go. The only thing I don't know is the map distance. The map distance is in centimeters, so it's going to be some variable m. Now I cross multiply. I get 6 times m, and that's equal to 3 times 210. I can simplify this down. Well, let me sit down for a second. I can simplify this. 6 times m is just, 6m. Nothing crazy there. And that's equal to 3 times 210. I could work this whole problem out, or I could say, well, 3 times 21 is 63, so 3 times 210 is 630. And now we have a one-step equation. I can divide by 6 on both sides to get rid of that 6 and to get the m by itself. My 6's cancel out. Well, they become a 1, but 1 times m is just m, so we know that. And m is equal to whatever this is right here. Maybe you can't do this in your head, which is fine. So go ahead and just write this out in long division form. 6 goes into 630. 6 goes into 6 once. I get my 6 down here. Just doing regular long division. I bring a 3 down. 6 can't go into 3, so we put a 0 right above the 3. And we bring another 0 down. I can get rid of that little guy. I don't need him. 6 goes into 30 5 times perfectly. So we get a terminating answer right here, no decimal. We just get 105. So that means in the end, the map distance would be 105. Let's make sure we use the right units. Let's see, we're working on this one through 3 centimeters. So that means that our final answer will be 105 centimeters. I put a nice little box around my answer because I didn't put a box right here. You got the box right there, so you can put that answer right in there and you've already got one done. Use that same method for all of these and then try this guy out right up here. Good luck tonight. Let me know if you have any problems.